And by having those conversations, the white gentleman that I brought and introduced to you guys, he is one of the most genuine people that I've ever met that wants good, no matter for anybody. He don't care if you're black, white, Spanish, it don't matter to him. He's one person that I could say doesn't see color. And he called me the night after the Milton protest. He called me at like 11 o'clock at night. He's an older gentleman, probably 60, 70 years old. And he's like, Frank, what could I do? I just don't want to be not racist. So what can I do more? And I said, well, this right here is you're having these conversations. They're important. Yeah. They're uncomfortable. You know, sometimes they're, you know, they're emotional.
Yeah, I think that's the issue, is that a lot of people, we grow up in this area and we grow up just thinking that like it just doesn't happen, you know? You know what I'm saying? Like people are just so ignorant to the fact that it actually does happen. And you know, when you try to inform somebody and you try to educate somebody like, yo, this really happened, they try to tell you, no, it didn't happen.
Yeah.
I'm trying to tell you it happened to me, you know, it happened to my brothers, you know, and people just don't see that. And I feel like that's what people try to avoid, are those uncomfortable conversations, because they don't want to deal with the reality of how the world really is.
Yeah.
You know, because the world is a sad place, you know what I'm saying? And our only goal is to try to make it a little bit happier in our area, you know what I'm saying? Like that's all we try to do. And man, it's just so funny, just especially because even before any of this, we started any of this, I would be on Facebook, you know, arguing with people, and you know, I just always thought like, how could you be so ignorant? How can you be like so uneducated? All you have to do is type in what you say in Google, and you will see that it's now facts.
Yeah, right.
You will see that, and sometimes it just gets frustrating. But you know, like I said, like you said, we were frustrated in Milton, you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And we took that frustration and we tried to channel it into a more organized, a more sophisticated, a more impactful event. You know what I'm saying? Because people need to see our love. Right. People need to see our unity that we have as brothers. You know what I'm saying? They need to see that, okay, 5 or 6 of these young men are putting together these events and trying to bring these communities together. And trust me, we're gonna go to the worst places that we feel that needs it. The places that need it, we're gonna be there. You know what I'm saying? We're in Lewisburg on Sunday, June 14th. But that's going to be something a little different, just to show our gratitude that we got to this point, because we never even thought that something like this could be possible. And so we just want to say thank you to everybody. I keep repeating that, but I know we all feel the same way, man. Like literally my heart's pumping out my chest, bro, just like thinking about everything, because we got so much to do. You know what I'm saying? Like our Instagram, our Facebook is going crazy, messages all the time, people asking where we can send donations. And I never imagined, never fathomed in one day in my life that I could be making an impact in my community like I have. And like I said, we're just getting started.
Especially in what, a week and a half?
A week and a half, 10 days, you know what I'm saying? So,
and it just feels right as well. Like I feel like this is all of our calling. Like this is like my purpose. Like I feel good doing this. Like I want to be out there. Like I'm always gonna be emotional out there.
And believe me, that the doors that this type of stuff opens up, because one thing that people want to support is something good. When people see you doing something good, they want to support it. People want to see good done. They want to do good, but everybody's not a doer. Everybody has their place. You see what I'm saying? Everybody has their place. The person that shares a post or likes a post is no less important in this fight than the person standing up and speaking.
Absolutely.
You know, they listen. I tell everybody on my YouTube channel, I tell them, I say, I thank you guys for supporting what I do, because you guys are no less important. We just have different jobs. That's it. I get my work done in the streets. Y'all get y'all work done on a computer. Right. You know what I mean? Nobody is less important. You see what I'm saying? So, you know, I think that we have to thank you guys. That support, that light, that come out and support, that honk, even if you just honk your horn or that share a post. Without you guys, we don't get moving. You know? And I know for myself, there's been plenty of times that in the past 3 or 4 years of doing what I do, that there's times where I'll be like, man, I just want to take the day off, or I just want to take it easy for this week or this month. And then I'll get that DM and I'll open it and it'll be like, thank you, you saved my life. You literally saved my life.
Wow.
And I'll be like, I can't stop.
Yeah.
I can't stop. That and also the motherfuckers that can't wait to see me stop.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The motherfuckers that's, because we all have them out there.
I seen you posted something.
Yeah,
something
we all have that stuff out there.
Man,
but listen, the way I look at it, the people that talk negative about me or wish me harm or fucking, you know, I get types of DMs and email, I hope your kids die, you know, all that stuff. And I'd be like, well, all right, that's cool. I'm just gonna pray for you. You know what I'm saying? I don't block them, none of that shit. You're gonna watch my come up.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
You know they're watching too.
Yeah, you're gonna watch my come up.
Yeah.
You're gonna watch my come up. You know, and it's not gonna stop. And you're just gonna keep on seeing my face and hearing my name, and that shit is gonna drive you nuts.
Do you know how much, like, just how much stuff has to be going on for you to sit there on your phone and to just be so hateful to these people trying to do good?
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to have so much. Like,
or the people making up fake profiles just to hate on me.
man, like,
I don't have that type of time.
Bro,
You know, I got goals. I'm trying to take my shit to the moon. You know, I don't have time to be worrying about what somebody else is doing unless we working together or unless I'm like, I see you, go get it. You know, and my life is so much better when I have that mindset, because there was times where I didn't have that mindset. When I was like, I hope this motherfucker ain't shit. You know what I mean? He's just faking. You know what I mean? Where now I'd be like, I don't even care if he's faking or not. He has to deal with that.
I hope the best happens.
He has to deal with that. Either way, I hope he do good. You know, either way, I hope he do good. You know, whether he's faking, whether he's real, that's none of my concern. My concern is what Frank does and what goes on in Frank's house and in Frank's community. You know, that's what my concern is.
That's real stuff.
Because this is all of our communities. You know what I mean? I don't even live here in Milton. You know, I just have my
you're
business
active,
here.
you know.
Yeah, but exactly because of my thoughts of I don't want violence in my house. I don't want drugs in my house. I don't want hate in my house. So I don't want it in my community. You know, and that's the way I think of it. That people be like, you know, I remember about 2 years ago, I wanted to do a thing going around and asking people, do you think one person could change the world? So I started recording and asking them, do you think one person could change the world?
Absolutely.
Some people would be like, no. Some people would be like, yeah. Some people would be like, you know, give different opinions and voices and stuff. And for me, I believe. And it doesn't mean that by one person changing the world that we have to reach every single person in the world. No. It could just be our world. You know, it could just be Milton. And we could start by it just being our house, and then being our block, and then being our, you know, 5 mile radius, and then the next block. You know, and that's how we start. You know, have you guys? I'm not even gonna say as a question, but how do you guys deal with the negativity and the hate and the threats and stuff that you guys
get? We laugh about it. We laugh about it, man. We literally sit there when we're having these meetings, and like I be on the social media the most, because like I said, I'm just the most vocal. And like I just read them all these comments, and we just sitting there laughing at these fools. Like, it's just really funny. It's like I said,
I tell them because they take their time out of their day to comment on,
to hate on us,
what we're doing,
bro.
When you could be doing something else to make yourself better.
I say don't give them the time of day. I'm like, yo, we don't got time for that.
We don't even comment.
No,
we just look at it.
And if we do, they have nothing to say. They're speechless. After we reply, they're just like, wow.
Yeah.
And that's the thing is when people do that, they have resentments towards you, right? One thing I've always been taught about resentments is if I have a resentment towards you, I'm staying up at night thinking, how the fuck could I get Frank?
I'm losing sleep.
I'm going on your page and being like, is somebody cursing him out?
What's he doing?
Right?
Yeah.
So in reality, in actuality, I'm a puppet. You're pulling the strings.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? I just don't realize it.
For free,
and I used to have resentments towards people, and I used to realize,
we all do.
I used to realize, damn, I'm up at 2 o'clock in the morning, wondering how can I get this motherfucker, and he's sleeping,
That's a fact. That's a fact. Yeah.
And he's sleeping. He's not thinking about Frank. He's sleeping. He's sleeping good, and I'm waking up to take a piss, and I'm like, damn, I wonder how. You know, something gonna happen to him. Somebody, he's not thinking about me, and that's what the people have to realize is the worst thing a hater could do is talk about you bad, because somebody might not know who you are. After they have a conversation with them, they're gonna check and see who you are. You know what I'm saying? So all they're doing is they're the best fucking street team you can ask for. Is people that hate on you and talk bad about you.
Absolutely.
You know. A piece of advice, I would tell you guys, don't even bother with, don't even engage, even though sometimes you want to.
Yeah.
Sometimes you want to. Yeah, because I have people that say stuff about me. I on my YouTube videos, sometimes I don't even read the comments because I know what's going to be in there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's going to be 1%, a very small percent. But I realize, I can't do that because part of that is a trigger for me. And I'll be like, okay, they see Frank is nice and peaceful and calm and he's a family man and he's a community leader, but they don't know the other Frank. And be like, okay, well, you think that person's still here, but at the same time, I don't want to lose any progress.
Absolutely.
I don't want to lose any progress.
Absolutely.
So I encourage you guys, don't even bother with them.
Exactly.
Just
that's probably right towards me, for real.
yeah. And listen, and you're the most emotional, and you're the most outspoken.
Absolutely.
You see what I'm saying? And I remember one time we was arguing here about the haircut. When you was waiting to get a haircut, we was arguing about LeBron James.
I remember that. It was in your other time. It was in your other
yeah. And I
He
seriously
wouldn't talk about it no more.
Listen, no, I can't talk sports with him no more. So I was like, this motherfucker, I want to bust his head. You know what I mean? And it was just because, it was just because of the conversation we were having. And I was like, all right, we just can't talk sports no more. You know what I mean? That's it.
I definitely came in the shop the next time trying to talk.
Yeah. I was like, yeah, we have to know our boundaries. And stuff like that. And that's good with everybody is just having boundaries.
Yeah.
Having boundaries. Boundaries are healthy for all relationships because you can't treat everybody the same.
Yeah.
We have friends that we don't let in our house. We have friends that come in our house when we're not home.
Right.
Yeah.
That's
And we have friends we don't even want them to know where we live.
That's another fact.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
And that's just all about having boundaries.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that's all it is having healthy boundaries. Boundaries are healthy and a necessity for each and every relationship.
That's facts.
Each and every relationship. So what's next?
Lewisburg is next, but just besides Lewisburg, we're taking it even farther than that. We're gonna go other places. Lewisburg's we're not gonna stop. Mifflin wasn't our last one. Mifflinburg's not our last one. Lewisburg is not gonna be our last one either.
Yep.
We're already talking about where we're gonna go after that.
Yeah.
So this is not something that it's just gonna fade away.
Yeah,
They're gonna do 3-4 protests and stop. No, I don't anticipate on stopping.
And we plan like KJ said, we already have Lewisburg playing in Huffnagel. 2 to 5. We have people hitting us up to do raffles, to do pancake breakfast, spaghetti dinners. We have people, you know what I'm saying? So our options are so open, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, Lewisburg is really just gonna be like a thank you to everybody, you know what I'm saying? Trying to just be like, yo, we appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for supporting us, and then we're gonna continue doing exactly what we're doing, going to these different places where we need to be. And like I said, today we were in Sealer's Grove supporting our brothers and sisters in Sealer's Grove on the side of the I forget what was that, 15, 11, whatever it is. And we were just on the side of the road, and we had a fantastic time. Danville yesterday after our rally.
We were tired. I was up there.
Yeah, of course.
And the person who brought together the Danville protest came to ours.
Of course.
So that's what it's about.
Right.
Go to each other's protests, support each other, unite as one, and not even the world can stop us.
Yeah,
absolutely.
And for now, we're gonna try to stay every Sunday, every week another rally, different place until I don't know where it's gonna go after that. But we're focused on our area right now and being able to make a difference here. So until we feel like, because I want to come back to Milton, I want to come back to a Milton in a few weeks. I want it to be ridiculous. I want it to be extravagant. You know what I'm saying? I don't want it to just be 200 people. I want it to be 1,000 people, 1,200 people. That's the type of push that we're trying to make. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, I want Lewisburg to be basically like a coming out event. Like, we're really gonna do this. So I want you guys were here first. Thank you so much for your support, and we're really gonna commit to moving forward and trying to make real change in this community. So that's what we're doing, man.
Yeah. And I also think that the goal is to not have to do this.
Absolutely.
Right?
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be dope if we didn't have to do this?
Right? It's savage to have to.
Yeah.
So
wouldn't that be
until
dope?
we don't have to.
I always tell people that when they be like, "Why do you always go to Philly? Do you hope to save everybody?" No.
It'd be amazing if you didn't have
I said, no, that's not the case. I said, I'm just there to show some love, and let people know that look, it's possible. You know, it's worth it. You know that
just because if you change one person's life, you know, everything's worth it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
and listen,
yo, what's the Instagram?
Well, I'm gonna. Oh, go ahead.
If not us, then who? Just literally type in "if not us, then who." It should pop up.
Yeah. And I just encourage you guys not to stop. There's gonna be, you know, people. I have people on the channel from literally all over the world. So there's gonna be people that, you know, there's people on there from fucking Russia, from Africa, from Italy, from Australia, from Canada, all over the U.S., from countries I didn't even know.
And that's crazy because my international brothers and sisters are showing me the most support, the most.
Of course.
Yeah. I have so many friends overseas, and I can't begin to express my gratitude to you guys because, man, I've never seen such like a group of people, just everybody around the world is just going so hard for us. So I don't, and that just makes me think, why can't people understand what we're doing in our own town, our own country? Right. Yeah. But everybody else sees it.
18 countries.
Bro, I just want to say that Donald Trump said that every other country is laughing at us for these protests, and I've had multiple people DM me from other countries, from France, from Germany, from Sweden, from Australia, from Japan, and from a couple other places, all saying that they're not laughing with us. They're not laughing with us. They're really fighting with us. They see the problems in America.
Yeah, we got Americans like that.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that's crazy to me.
You'll see. You know, when we wrap this up, I'm gonna have you guys holler out your Instagram, your Facebook page, and then your personal Instagrams also. You know, and you'll see. And look, the subscribers, y'all know that if I didn't believe in these guys, that I wouldn't even have them here on the channel. You guys know that. So I encourage you guys to follow each and every one of them, support their cause. You guys see, I was on YouTube live on Mifflinburg protest, and the people were like, "This is so dope."
I didn't even know this.
Yeah, people, they were like, "Yo, this is so dope because we see the young generation doing it, and they're doing it the right way."
Yeah.
You know, and at time, you know, there's time. Violence is a necessary evil sometimes. Sometimes there's time for violence. Majority of times for peace.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? And to be assertive. You know.
That's all we want. We just want our point to be heard, you know. We want them to listen to it because we are speaking like real stuff, you know. So if you can't just listen to us and give us the time of day, then you're literally the issue that we're trying to fix, you know what I'm saying?
We're not oblivious to the fact that there's gonna be people that don't understand us. We realize there's people that don't understand us, but there's also a lot of the people, they don't know us.
Yeah.
They never had a conversation with us. They have no idea who I am. They may know my name,
There's people that said what we were doing was crazy. What they called us ridiculous names, and then I've seen those same people at the protests. You know, so at the same day, it's just like,
and that's fine. That's what we're about. We want people to change their heart.
Absolutely.
I'm not gonna be mad at you because you may not have agreed with everything I said.
You're gonna hear
but just because you change your heart and you come to hear what I have to say, and then eventually you may come to support what I'm doing. That just shows that you're growing as a person, as a man, as a woman, as a person in general. You're just growing and building upon yourself. So I understand that that people don't understand, but you have to open your heart up a little bit, and it starts with you. That's what I've been telling everybody. Like some people that know me, I mean, I haven't always been like the nicest person to everybody or whatever, but I mean, I had to, one day I just decided like I have to be different.
He definitely came in one day and just like, yo, I'm all about peace now. He said,
I have to be different. I had to look at myself. I see people that I haven't been too fond of always at these protests, and I'm like, my man, thank you for coming, thank you for supporting. Like at the end of the day, you're my brother. We may have had our differences in the past, but guess what? We can rebuild this bridge. It may have torn down, but we can rebuild this bridge and we can make something happen.
And life is so much more peaceful that way.
So
listen, I used to be a radical motherfucker where if you look at me the wrong way, you're gonna have some issues. You know what I'm saying? And now my life is so peaceful. I say hi to everybody. Hi, brother. How you doing? I'm everybody's brother and sister. And people be like, "Oh, why you say brother all the time?" I said, because that's the way I look at them. You know what I mean? A lot of people be like, "Oh, you have to earn my trust." So I give you my trust. If you lose it, it's gone. That's it. You know what I'm saying? It's gone. And once again, just because I give you my trust, doesn't mean you're coming home with me. You're coming to my house. You know what I'm saying?
I'll let you drive my whip.
Yeah, exactly. I give you my trust. I give you my love. I give you everything. You know. And if you lose it, it's gone. That's it. You know. And anybody that knows me is, anybody that I mess with, they can have everything I got. I don't care if it's money. I don't care about none of that stuff. You know what I mean? But in the same token is when I don't, then, you know, you're on your way.
Absolutely.
And, you know, I wish the best for you.
And a lot of people think they're owed respect.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, you know what I'm trying to say? Like,
Yeah, absolutely.
you're supposed to give them, like, something like that. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
Yep, absolutely. 1 second, let me just start. Yeah, and for me, I don't think, you know, I just think that everybody is owed the right to their opinion, whether I agree with it or not.
Yeah.
And to be treated like a human being. You know, that's it. You know, and that's not asking for too much.
How did you feel about the? I mean, you posted them, the comments from the Mifflinburg.
Yeah.
I thought the.
I was, you know, when somebody sent them to me in my DM,
Yeah.
and at first I wasn't even gonna post it, and then I seen so many people being like, "We don't have that in our town. We don't have this in our town."
Why were you there?
Yeah, and I was like, all right, you know, and I was still letting it go. I wasn't gonna post it, and then I was like, I kept on seeing it, and my wife got in my head. My wife, she was like, you need to post that stuff. And there's more. I had people that messaged them DMs and sent me the copies of the DMs, you know, and I posted it. It was somebody saying she was commenting on the thing. She, you know, in the comment thread, it was like, oh, they all deserve to be shot.
Yeah, run them over.
Yeah, run them over. You know, real crazy stuff. And I was like, you know.
There was a video of it?
No,
It was somebody doing a video.
Yeah, that's
And
another thing. Yeah.
It was just, they were just commenting very hateful comments. And then the lady decided to backpedal.
Yeah, she did.
Because the thing got shared like 100 times.
Yeah.
And the lady decided to backpedal and deleted her whole fucking Facebook.
Absolutely.
And decided to backpedal, you know, and try to delete it. But I already had the screenshot. So I was like, all right, well, you tried to delete it, you know, and you deleted that post, but I had the screenshots. So now, you know, you're asking for something and you think it's what you want until you get it, and then you realize that's really not what I want.
Right.
You know, that wasn't what I bargained for.
Absolutely.
You know, and that also leads into, and I said this yesterday at the protest, that any businesses that supported, that donated anything, me as a business owner, it takes a lot for a business owner to stand up when it comes to anything to raise political views, anything, because we stand to lose money. We stand to lose customers. I know for a fact I'm gonna have customers that won't come back here no more. And for me, it's cool. I don't want your money. You know, I don't want your money. At the end of the day, is that gonna mean I have less money? That's what it's gonna mean. But at the same time, it's all right, because then I know everybody that comes to my business, that they're here for the right reasons.
That's
You know what I mean? So those businesses that support, it takes a lot for a business to do that, because there's so many people that stay silent, that are business owners and be like, I can't speak out because, you know, this is how I feed my kids. Okay, you're right for having that view, you know, but when it happens in your house, you know, don't complain. And that's what I'm doing. I'm preventing this from happening in my house.
Right.
You know, so it's right that I speak out. You know, and does it mean I'm gonna lose bit? I know for a fact that there's gonna be customers that don't come back, and it's cool.
No, I feel
It's
you.
all right.
I feel you on that because I bartend, so I feel like people are watching what I'm doing,
Yeah.
and they're like, you know what? I'm not even gonna go.
Yeah.
If
But then
it's
you're gonna
working-
have the opposite too.
Exactly.
You're gonna have the
Yeah.
Listen, since I've started doing the right thing, I have had blessings upon blessings upon blessings. I had somebody come from Texas and was like, look, I was in town. I've been watching your YouTube channel. I see you on Instagram, what you do. Came in and gave me an envelope. And I didn't know what he was doing. You know, I thought he was here for a haircut.
Yeah.
Came in and gave me an envelope. And I said, okay, you want a haircut? You know, and he said, just don't open it right now. So I said, okay. Went throughout my day, forgot about it until I was at the end of the night cashing out, cleaning out my stuff, and I seen the envelope. There was $500 in there. He just said, thank you. You know what I mean? Thank you for doing. So I messaged him. And I said, yo, do you know, there was money in there? He was like, yeah. He said, thank you. God just put it in my heart to bless you.
Wow.
He said, I don't care what you do with it. He said, you can spend it on your kids. You could put it towards your mission, whatever you do.
Yeah.
He said, I trust that you'll do the right thing with it. So there's gonna be people that bless you, and that happens on a normal basis.
Right.
He could tell you.
Unexpected.
That happens on a normal basis. People will come into the shop and be like, here's $500, I'm paying for the next 20 haircuts. So everybody that comes in gets free haircuts.
Yeah, I need to come
And be like, yo,
in.
I don't even want
Yeah,
these or not.
that's
This is, and it happens on a normal basis.
Yeah.
You know, stuff like that. And it's because of doing the right thing.
Absolutely.
Because it goes back to, like I said, that some people want to do the right thing, but maybe they just don't know how. You know, maybe some people don't like to take that first step. You know, so when we do it, that's when they back us. Keep on doing what you're doing. You know, everything's not gonna go smooth.
Absolutely.
Everything, you know, shit is gonna be up, shit is gonna be down. You gonna be arguing with him, he gonna be arguing with you.
We know.
That's gonna happen, and I'm sure you guys do that already.
Yeah.
You know, because you're friends, and you guys are younger too, so it's
Brothers
easier
fight.
to argue.
Brothers fight.
Yeah, especially y'all two. And y'all two too. You know what I'm saying? And especially I know he's a high so you know. Yeah. So you know, it's beautiful to see what you're doing. I encourage you to those businesses, that bakery. Take 5 minutes out, shoot them a thank you card. Take it over there.
Trying to
Thank
go
you.
get some cookies.
Thank you.
Bomb.
Oh
That's
my
what
God.
That's what we should do instead.
Do that.
We should go. We should
Thank
do
you.
all that.
When I get business, listen, when I donate to a softball team or something, and they send me a picture and a thank you, that shit makes my day. I'll be like, damn, all right, that's what's up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that little stuff, that thank you, because how many businesses didn't want nothing to do with it?
Absolutely.
And they were out there, you know, opening their doors.
I believe when it comes to businesses, I believe it was only 2, right?
The pizza.
Yeah.
The pizza and
What pizza place was it?
We had the,
We gotta find that out. I'm not sure.
yeah, Tyreek. I have to go with Tyreek, brother from Mifflin.
Or no, but that.
I thought it was-
You know
which
which
one
one?
was
Wise
pizza?
pizza.
Okay, so
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah,
I
it was
thought it
Wise.
But there was other pizza there as well.
So there
They
was
went
the
up
bakery.
Oh, yeah.
There was a bakery down the road, and then
There's a gentleman that
there's a
helped us.
gentleman who helped
We need to
us.
find his name because I really
Yeah, there's a
wanna go back
gentleman.
and
There's
thank
a. I have him on Facebook, so I'm
Yeah.
gonna get with him and make sure I.
He donated
he
a
donated
megaphone,
a megaphone, that was-
extension cord.
an extension cord. He helped us find. He was out there. I was out there at 10 o'clock in the morning. The protest and started till noon. He was out
Helping
there.
us set up,
He was out
everything.
there. Yeah, he was there.
He was very helpful.
Also, the church in Mifflinburg. I can't remember the name of the church. But their pastor was out
the
there.
minister.
Right down the
He's
street
very
from 4th and
respectful.
Chestnut.
Right down
Find
the
that
street.
stuff out.
And he
Get
was
you
there,
guys
so-
a $5 pack of thank you cards,
Mhm.
and take some time out. Throw your signatures on there, and go deliver to them and tell them thank you.
Yeah.
You know, even the officers that are there, if they're there and they're treating you the right way, thank you.
Right.
You know, thank you. You know, because that means a lot.
Oh my
You know,
gosh, yeah.
that means a lot
Speaking
when
of
you
that-
have people do that.
Sorry.
Go ahead, brother.
Speaking of the officers, I thought that they were very cool compared
Was
to
they?
compared to the Milton when we were over here.
Yes,
They gave us no issues at all.
Yeah,
They
shout
literally
out to
let us.
Mifflinburg
They
Sheriff.
literally let us protest exactly
Yeah.
how we wanted to do everything.
Yeah.
No issues at all.
Yeah.
Smooth.
And that's how I feel like it should be. Like it's our right to do that.
We were
Exactly.
marching. He was like, "Which way y'all want to go?"
Right. He was asking,
Yeah.
"You want to go this way? You want to go this
Cars off,
way?"
everything.
It was,
Yeah.
listen, I felt as soon as I got out of the truck, and the gentleman that I got out with, he went and he knew the head sheriff of Union County. He went over there and started talking to him, and he said, "Frank, come over here, I'm going to introduce you." And I go over there and start talking to them, and as soon as we started seeing the cops, "How you doing, Frank?" You know, and I was like, "Damn, I didn't expect this."
Yeah.
You know, I didn't expect, and it sort of caught me off guard.
Yeah.
You know, and they're shaking hands, and it was nice to see all the, it didn't feel like a protest, shit felt like a block party.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's how
That's
it
what we
should
do.
feel.
Yeah, that shit felt like a
It's a
block
party
party.
of
That's
love.
how.
Yeah.
That's literally what we're trying to like.
Yeah.
Also, at the same time, get our message across.
Yeah.
Of course.
That's the
Which
main
I feel
goal.
like-
That's what we did.
Yeah,
though.
yeah, of course.
I feel like we
And
did
it
that.
did.
Yeah.
And it did.
Yeah,
For sure.
I've had so many people hit up the Facebook and the Instagram just talking about just everything that we did, the speeches, everybody who talked was
Yep.
amazing, and just how powerful of an event it was. You know what I'm saying? Just people who had no, you know, I didn't reach out and say, "Yo, hit me up with your stories." You know
Yeah.
how you guys feel about it.
Mhm.
People are just pouring in,
Of
you
course.
know, and
Of
just
course.
saying,
Those are all
yeah,
random
bro.
speeches.
That's
of
amazing.
course.
Yeah,
That's
that's
one thing
amazing, bro.
we urge like people to do. Like if you have a story,
Yeah.
if you have
We would
pain
love to
inside of
hear
you,
it.
We would love
come
to
to the
hear
mic. I
Right.
personally
Yeah.
don't like speaking on the
Yeah.
mic, but if you have pain inside you, I've urged so many people to do this since we started this. Come to the mic. People really need to hear the raw truth
Yeah,
of
right,
what you
right.
go through every day and what you've been through before.
Of course,
Yeah.
of course. It makes people more relatable.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Because what I say, somebody, KJ might be like, I can't get with that. And he might be like, I see exactly what this motherfucker saying. Even though you might think what I'm saying is the dumbest shit in the world.
Yeah.
He might be like, oh my God, I can relate to that. And when they relate and it crosses racial boundaries and age and stuff, that's where things good start happening.
Absolutely.
I think what y'all doing is dope, and
Thank you so much.
super.
Coming from you, Frank, you don't know how much that is.
You don't understand.
Yeah, I need you to know that.
Listen, I'm telling y'all that I'm super proud of y'all. Each and every one of y'all. That I look at y'all and see what y'all doing, and I just sit back and I be like, this is beautiful. It fills my heart with joy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then you see the little kids with their fist up in the air.
Yeah.
And it's beautiful.
Yo, that right there.
That's awesome, bro.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
words.
And then you see the old people.
Exactly. Yeah.
All colors. We had so
Yeah,
many.
speaking
so
of
many-
That's what I wanted to say.
The
My
old-
great grandmother, she's 89 years old. She was talking to. She went through the Newark riots. She's from New Jersey. She went through the Newark riots. Started talking to her a little bit, like to the whole group about like she sat down with us, talked to us about like everything like she went through with the Newark riots. She said she stayed inside because things got crazy.
Yeah.
But like, she's 89 years old, and my brother just had a daughter, Kaylani. She was just born.
Mhm.
Do the math in between that.
Yeah.
This is still happening,
Absolutely.
and that's
That's
why we're here.
ridiculous.
And the thing is that what we have to try to do is, hopefully, when your daughter and my daughter get of age, turn our age, that things are a little bit better for them. We have to leave the world better than the way we found it.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? And seeing the young guys like this, it makes me optimistic because we're the same age. We've known each other for fucking 30 years. You know what I mean? And have been through a whole bunch of bullshit together. When we were your guys' age, this shit would have went down a whole different way.
Yeah.
So to see that, and it takes a lot of discipline, to see you guys be able to do that. And I take my hat off to that, because if you have that discipline at this age, when you turn 40, you guys, your life, you're gonna be fucking 20 years ahead of the game. Believe me when I say that. You'll be 20 years ahead of the game if you guys continue to do what you're doing. Put your energy in the right places. You're gonna outgrow people that you thought were your best friend, and that's cool. That's all right. Everybody's not gonna see your vision. That's all right, because it's your vision.
Facts.
They don't see it. That's cool.
That's absolutely fact.
Keep it pushing.
Going back to what Frank said, like you said, like time goes on regardless.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like you said, with or without you, we're moving on.
Yeah, absolutely. Don't stay still. Keep on doing what you're doing, and like I said, I'm super proud of you guys.
Thank you.
Thank
Super
you so
proud of
much.
you guys. The way I like as if y'all could be my kids. That's how proud I am. I'm serious.
That's awesome.
And it's nice to see this, and it makes me optimistic for when my children get a little bit older. So I truly thank you guys, and
We thank you, Frank.
man, keep pushing.
Just to add to you asked us what was next. I had a little bit of time to think about that now. Just basically, we long-term goals. We want to be able to put, like you said, people in positions where our influence matters. You know what I'm saying? Like, where the people who follow us are going to listen to us because they know what we believe, and if we tell them to support someone, then they're going to believe that too.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So we're looking to put people, especially like I said, in our own communities, people of color, people of minorities, into positions where they can affect change. They can really do something different to help our community. And that, like you said, that's the only way we're going to be able to change if we put ourselves in those positions. So that's what we're really going to try to do long term, is to be able to build these different communities and make sure that for the future, when we're all gone from here, we're all moved on, that there's policies and there's things in place so that what we did never goes away. You know what I'm saying? So there's always a person of color in every police department around here. You know what I'm saying? There's has to be a person of color in every government board around here. You know what I'm saying? In every local government, because that's something that's really not diverse in this area at all. Are the people who's making decisions for us?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's what we need to do, and that's eventually when we get the leverage that we need and we figure out how to really convey our message into votes. That's going to be really powerful because we're going to really make a difference there. And when we start to do that, we're really going to start to move like crazy, bro. It's going to be exponential. And at the end of the day, we're just really waiting for that moment, that right moment, you know, because right now we're just getting started. Like KJ said, man, we started a week ago, 10 days ago.
That's crazy.
And so to see how far we come already is literally mind-blowing. So like I said, in 10 more days, I don't know where we're going to be. You know what I'm saying? 10 days after that, I don't know where we're going to be. But I know for a long-term goal, we want to put people in positions to make decisions that are going to help us, that align with our views, that align with what we're trying to do. And that's really where I think I see us going.
And remember to be patient, too.
Yeah.
And pray on everything you do.
Yeah.
Listen, I don't make a move without praying on it.
Absolutely.
And sometimes I'll pray on something and it'll seem like it's obtainable and it doesn't happen. And I'll be like, all right, and it makes it a lot easier for me to swallow because I'll be like, God didn't want it for me. Doesn't mean he don't want it for me forever. He just don't want it for me right now. And then that door will open up. And whatever I had planned was trash compared to what God gives me.
Speaking on that, you remember when you had your shop over there, right? I remember when you had went away, and I came for a haircut because I didn't know.
Yeah.
And I seen a note on the door, and I don't know if Bill ever told you.
Yeah, they told me about it.
That makes me emotional. It said you didn't deserve that at the shop. Called you a bunch of names. That shit hurt me, bro.
Well, thank you, brother. I appreciate it.
And just to see where you at now, bro, it's just like smacking that face to a girl.
And for those of you that don't know what when I went to jail, I lost my shop, right? So the landlord of that building, I guess, thought it was a good idea or thought it was, a good idea to write a note and put it on the window and badmouth me and talk bad about me, and I don't even know what his beef was because my rent was always paid. The property was left in better condition than when I got there. And if it wasn't, I'm not gonna pump fake. I would have been like, hey, fuck this shit up. And that wasn't the case. Right. So now that's part of the reason why I go as hard as I do. To be like.
That shit hurt me when I seen that. Like I said, I'm just so happy it's where you at now.
Thank you, brother. And don't set no limits. To me, I'm just getting started. I just be like, I'm just getting started. I always feel like because I spent all the time in penitentiary that I do, I'd be like, everybody else got a 20-year head start on me. So I got to work hard. They had 20 years when I was in prison, so I got to play catch up. And then work hard for a couple of years, and now they playing catch up. So keep on doing what you're doing. I thank you guys for what you're doing and for sitting down with us to enlighten the people. Once again, I encourage each and every one of you to check these young brothers out and check out what they got going on. And I thank you guys. You guys can shout out your Instagram, your Facebook, whatever you want to do.
Just for our organization and what we're doing, Facebook is If Not Us Then Who. You should find us. It's a picture of all of us. You should find it. All of the posts are about what we're doing.
And I'll drop the link also in the description. So all you got to do is go right down to the description.
Twitter is If Not Us Then Who.
One.
At If Not Us Then Who 1.
Yep.
On
the
Instagram,
number one?
The number one. The number one. And then on Instagram is If Not Us Then Who. Just type that into the search bar. We should pop right up.
You'll see as his voice is playing, I'm going to have the picture of their page up so you know it's them.
So, yeah.
And
my personal page on Instagram is Frankie Be Easy. And Facebook, Frank Manzano.
My personal page on Instagram is Raf8, the number 20 and 3. And that's the same for Twitter, too.
My personal is KJ Williams 5. That's my Instagram. So.
My Instagram is Yogi the Weekend. Yogi as in the bear. And that's the same for Twitter and everything I got, honestly. So.
My Instagram is Keon Williams _ Keon KEAYON, and my Twitter is Williams @Williams Keon.
But just so everybody knows, we would appreciate it. Or I'm sure I speak for every one of us that we would rather you follow everything about the organization, if not us, then who.
Yeah.
That is so much more valuable, so much more important to us than our personal pages, because we're working for something bigger than all of us. You know what I'm saying? We're working for the next generation and the next generation, so they wouldn't have to work as hard, hopefully. So like I said, if anything, follow those pages, our organization, if not who, then us, because we're just really behind the scenes, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so I thank you guys for watching the video. Check these young brothers out. All their information is going to be linked in the description. And remember, it's sometimes it's not our problem. But when it becomes our problem, that's when it's too late. Because it's at our door. And it's the same thing that I tell you guys when I deal with the addicts in Kensington, that it might not be your son, might not be somebody you know, so it's easy to call them a junkie, whatever. But then when it is, it's a different story. So let's stop it before it becomes one of our family members. Let's stop before your son or your mother doesn't come home at night because of police brutality. So I thank you guys truly, and check you out.
Thanks for having me.
We appreciate you.
Absolutely, brother.
Good.